Hi guys, how are you doing today? Hi TZ, thank you for coming. I appreciate it in the middle of the week. Vision Preparedness, thank you for being here. We're going to wait just a couple minutes here for people to pop in. Marco, hey. People to pop in. Ooh. Marco, hey. Sorry about that. I forgot to mute myself on the other page. So please it's been a long day, y'all. You just don't even know. Bear with me. My hair's wet. It was hot today. I've been working in the garden all day today. So I was trying to hurry up and get ready so I could do this live with you. I planned on originally just doing a premiere so I could show you all how to do the baby pools with the makeshift raised garden. But I ran into some technical difficulties. And well, basically my phone overheated and it died and it shut half the video off that I did. So there's a big chunk in the middle that is not there. So I'm going to do my best to try to edit it to not lose people in the process so they still know how to do it. So this is my plan B, and apparently this is what God wanted me to say and talk about. Instead of the video, he wanted me to talk about my day today. So that's what I'm doing. Can everyone hear me okay and see me okay before I start talking and have more technical difficulties today? Just want to make sure. Perfect. Okay. Thank you, Vision. So as I said, I was going to make my video on my garden. So I had to run to Walmart today because I needed to get more soil and some more baby pools because I needed more. I need more space. I have to transplant my cucumbers from the buckets to the pool, and I'll show you that in my video. So this morning I got dressed, and anyone who knows me knows not only do I hate going out to the store, I hate going to Walmart. I just don't like going to Walmart. People are normally very rude there. I can't ever find anything because shelves are always moved around or things are out of stock. But I went today because I was going to the garden center, getting my stuff and running out as quickly as I could so that I didn't have to mess with anything. So I literally went around outside and took pictures of all the little barcodes so that I could just go to the cashier, have her scan my phone, and not lift all the heavy bags of soil to bring in. And I had to grab a little sprayer because I've got some bugs eating my kale because apparently they like it more than they think I need it. And they got to go. I have to evict them. So I got all my stuff. I went to go grab a cold drink, and then I realized how hot it is here. Hey, Will, thanks for coming. The temperatures here where I am today, the high was 91, and our humidity today was over 80%. So that easily puts our temperatures over 100 degrees. And I want to talk about this because I know in the UK, they are having record highs and temperatures that they're just not used to. And a lot of them don't have air conditioning there because they're not accustomed to having those temperatures like we are here in the United States and the South and so forth. We have AC, and a lot of countries just don't. It's just not a normal thing. They have fans in their windows and so forth. So I ran around and I got all my stuff. Hey, Ilea. I don't know why it just hid your hand heart emoji. That was kind of weird. So anyways, I grabbed all my stuff. I went inside and I realized because of our temperatures today, I needed to get a umbrella stand because my yard umbrella is actually kind of rigged up against a lawn chair to hold it up, because last time they were out of umbrella stands. So I went to go get one of those, and I asked the woman where they were because I couldn't find them in the garden section. And she told me they're way outside by the outside gate. So I went out to get it, looked around everywhere for this stand, and I could not find it. So I walked up to this woman and asked her if she could please help me find these umbrella stands. And she all of a sudden got this panic look on her face. She starts taking off her Walmart vest and telling me she doesn't feel good, something's wrong, and she starts shaking. And at first I kind of looked at her like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Is this woman going postal, or what is going on? Then I noticed she kind of started getting wobbly, and you could tell her knees were about to buckle. So I just had her sit down. I was like, just sit down. And the closest thing to sit down on was a riding lawnmower. So I helped her into this riding lawnmower, which was the easiest thing for her to get into. She was a pretty good sized woman. And I don't think I could have helped her on the ground, unfortunately. And at this time, another employee had seen what was going on and came running up with a big old bottle of ice water and was telling her to chug it. If you run into somebody who is starting to show signs of heat stroke, please do not tell them to chug water. Do not tell them to chug anything. You can actually cause more damage because you can make them throw up, and it could have just gotten a lot worse. So I grabbed this water from her, and I asked the woman to go get me some paper towels and go get me some Powerade or whatever, something with electrolytes. And so she ran and she got me paper towels. I kept the ice water so I could put it on the paper towels. And she brought me some sugar-free Powerade, which she apologized there was no sugar in it. I said, it doesn't matter. It's electrolytes. That's all that matters. So I ended up, one of the things you have to do when you run into this situation is, first of all, stay calm. If you ever run into a medical emergency, it is so important to stay calm and keep your wits about you, because if you panic, you can lose control of the situation, and you can cause other people to panic, to include the person that you are trying to help. So it might be crazy. It might be just a mess everywhere, but just stay calm. Think about what you're doing. Be in the moment. Don't think about everything that could happen. Take care of the situation as it's unfolding. When somebody is overheated, one of the ways to cool them down is to wet a paper towel and put it on the back of their neck. That will help bring their temperature down. And another thing that this woman had, I noticed right away, was she had about 4 shirts on underneath her Walmart vest. So I was trying to help her get off as many layers as I could without exposing anything to the world, because Lord knows that the public would rather see what they shouldn't be seeing than actually stop and help. It's quite strange, but we got most of her clothes off down to her not her clothes, most of her shirts off down to her tank top. And I had her start sipping this Powerade, and told this woman, the other woman that was with her, to stay with her. And the woman that was having heat stroke was starting to panic, and she was saying her chest was hurting and she felt like she was going to faint. And then you could see her just kind of fading in and out. So at this point, heat exhaustion and a heat stroke are 2 different things. Heat exhaustion, you can take care of yourself. Go into a cool place, sip on some water, don't guzzle it, sip water or electrolytes. Try to get off as much clothing as you can to bring your temperature down, and you should start feeling better. Heat stroke, on the other hand, when it gets to that point to where the person either faints or they're starting to lose consciousness, or if they start getting confused or just can't answer, um, or they just don't seem like they're there, that's when it truly, you need 911. They need to get there ASAP. Um, if they faint, if they hit the floor, whatever, you have to get your EMTs there as quick as possible because it truly could be life or death. With this woman complaining of chest pain, it could have either been a panic attack because she didn't know what was going on, high grade visitations, or she could have been so dehydrated that she could have been starting to have a heart attack, and you just don't know. Her pulse, of course, was racing because she was hot, she was overheated, probably dehydrated. Uh, so, anyways, I had the woman stay with her while I ran and got help. And let me tell you all, my 44-year-old butt ran as fast as I could through that Walmart. I probably looked like a maniac. I did not care. I was running past customers who were looking at me like I was running out of the store with something, and they thought I was crazy. And there was no Walmart employees anywhere to be found. So the next closest place that I could find without going all the way to the front was to the pharmacy. So I ran up to the pharmacy. The pharmacist was in the window and she was busy, but she's like, "I'll be with you in a minute." I said, "No, no, ma'am. I need you to call 911 right now." I said, "Please tell them to send an ambulance to the garden center. You have one of your employees about to fall out on the floor and they need to get here ASAP." So if you ever have an emergency and you have to tell someone to call 911, you need to be clear on what you need them to do, what the emergency is, and the location of the emergency. Those are the three main things so that you can get that help there as quickly as possible, to where they need to be. And I see all those comments about how old I am, and I am proud of my age. Thank you very much. So she started calling 911. I ran back. At this point, a couple of other employees had shown up, and they were just kind of crowding her, which is really a terrible thing to do if someone is overheated or having a panic attack. You don't want a big crowd of people because it just causes more anxiety in the person, which can cause more heat and so forth. So I started kind of telling people what to do, which was really strange being just a customer there. But I had one of the employees grab one of the fans and hold it up near the woman to get her some fresh air. She wasn't stable enough to take inside, so she had to stay put where she was. There was another woman that was on the side of her, kind of bracing her on one side. And then another woman, I just had her stay face to face with her coworker and just keep talking to her, keep her awake, try to keep her alert and not have her fade out. And then I just went outside and was waiting for the ambulance to make sure I could flag them down. And honestly, if any cars would have parked where they weren't supposed to, I would have had no problem telling them that they need to move along because we need EMTs or fire trucks to be there. I've done it before and I will do it again. I don't care if I have to tell someone to move to get someone help. So anyways, the ambulance came and ended up taking this woman to the hospital, and come to find out from the manager, the woman actually had other health issues, and it could have been a lot worse if nobody would have been there to step into gear or help her right away, because she was outside. If she would have fainted outside in the heat, she may not have been found right away, and it may have been too late. So I truly believe that God put me there for a reason at the store I cannot stand being at for that specific reason. And I'm grateful for that. And I want to tell you all, If you do not have basic training, first aid, CPR, please, please go get it. Most of your fire departments and EMT stations and so forth, they either do those classes for free or they can refer you to somewhere that does do them for free. And it might be an entire day out of your time, but that 8-hour class, if it is 8 hours anymore, I don't know how long it is anymore, but something that kind of sticks with you with things like that. But that 8 hours out of your day could actually save somebody's life. It's definitely helped with quite a few things in the past as well. Whether you come up on a car accident, just knowing the basic things of not moving a person in a car accident unless you absolutely have to because that car is on fire. These are basic things that a lot of people don't know that are so simple that you could actually use to save somebody's life. So I truly encourage you to just be aware, pay attention, don't be afraid to help, don't be afraid to take charge if you have to, because a lot of people don't know how to handle emergencies or their adrenaline gets going and they can't think straight. So sometimes you have to take charge. Don't be afraid to do that because someone's life could be at stake. One thing that I would have probably changed because I think everything is also a learning experience. And I thought about this after I got home. I ran through Walmart like an idiot when I could have called 911 myself. I had my phone. I wasn't thinking of my phone, though. I was thinking of getting help immediately. So that is the one thing that I probably would have changed is I would have called myself instead of running, trying to hold on to everything. That's really what I wanted to say. That was my day. And then I came home and I called the manager and I gave them my information because this woman was on the clock at work. So if they need any statements or if they need anything from me, then I'm more than willing to give it to them since I saw everything from start to finish. Another thing too that I am going to actually call Walmart out on is, and it's probably not their fault, but it's something that needs to be addressed quickly. I was told by one of the employees that the people that are outside, working outside, they are supposed to be rotated every 2 hours. I was told that they do not have the staff to rotate the people from outside inside every 2 hours. In my opinion, this is unacceptable. If you have to leave somebody outside in over 100-degree weather by themselves, you should be checking on them often because if something would have happened, that woman would not have been able to call on the radio. So if you don't have the staff to rotate your people properly and you are not able to check in on your people properly, then you need to close that door and your customers need to be able to just walk to the main door. I understand you're short-staffed, but this needs to be corrected. I also feel that basic training should be given to employees at stores this size because even if your coworkers are not going to have issues, your customers will. And I think that since these are free classes for most people, that the employer should be allotting time for people to go get these classes because I know we've all seen ambulance and fire department at Walmart quite often. So I am calling Walmart out on that they need to take better care of their people. Short staff is not an excuse to not take care of your people. And use it as a learning experience to train your employees how to handle a situation. Um, just simple first aid or CPR if needed. Like Vision said, especially with elderly, you need to know how to do those things. Elderly, children, seizures. There's a lot of old wives' tales that are not true, that a lot of people still believe, and you need to at least brush up on it, guys. If you don't want to go to a class, at least pull up some videos to be able to brush up on the current information that's necessary to help somebody if needed. I'm going to go through the chat really quick here. I know I've missed a whole lot of messages. I did come home. As I said, I called the manager, gave her my information, and then I decided to start working on the video I was going to put out for you guys, but I cooked my phone and it shut off. So I'm going to have to do some really awesome editing, and hopefully I will get that video out to y'all next week. So I can show y'all how to make a raised garden bed for 20 bucks or less, and you don't have to pull weeds. So let me see. I'm going to say hi to some people. I said hi to a few. I said hi to TZ, Vision Preparedness, Marco, Will, Ilea. Let's see, did I miss anyone? Grave Visitations, hello, hun. Fairy Dust, hello, welcome. All right. Are there any questions, by the way, about what happened today, or about anything in general? Hopefully y'all's day was not as crazy as mine. Ilea, I appreciate the comment of how I look for my age. Days like today do not help any in keeping me young. I will tell you. Let's see. Also, Ilea, I see your comment too. Oh, I should just bring them up. I don't even think straight. It's been a long day, I'm telling you. I saw your comment about being a hero. I am not taking special credit for this because I did anything a normal human being should do to help another human being. And God put me there, I truly believe, because I had the skills to be able to assist. I could not have done it without God placing me there. I could not have done it without Him having me know these skills from my past. And I feel blessed that I was able to help someone else. Well, yes, ice water, so bad. Don't ever give someone that is having heat stroke, going through heat stroke, ice water. So bad. Yep, no cold water either. And don't guzzle it. Just sip, 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 sip. Yep, room temperature. Let's see. Vision. On your mark, get set, go. That's exactly what I felt like. I had my little purse right here, and I realized it was open. I don't know if I lost anything running through the store, but I was gripping it as hard as I could, as well as trying to keep things from falling out of my pants as I'm running through the store. Some of you will know what I'm talking about. It was quite interesting. I probably looked very strange, holding on to things as I was running through the store. I know I got a couple looks, but I definitely didn't want to yell, call 911 through the store because of everything going on in the world. It would have just caused mass panic, and that would have just been 10 times worse. Although I do have to say they did say over the intercom 911 to the garden center, so I guess I probably could have shouted it out and it would have been the same. Anyways, Ilea, I do not think you look older at all. at all. You look amazing for your age. You have energy that is amazing for your age. I would love to plug into some of your energy, and I could have definitely used some of your energy today, because today took some energy out of me for sure. And that comment is not true. Calling you out on that one. Okay, so then we have fairy dust. If body temperature is over 101 higher, must bring temp down. Not warm water, cold is best. Room temperature if nothing else. Point is body temp danger if going up 104 or higher. Yes, and she was burning up. You could tell she was at that point. Her pulse was just rapid, and she started getting confused, like I said, and just fading in and out. It was getting to the point where you would ask her a question and she would just look at you like a deer in the headlights. So she was right on that verge of going unconscious. Take control of the situation. You have to. Grave visitations. No, I wish that were my home. This is just a background. My home is not this beautiful. And yeah, it'd be nice to have a home like that. Mom fac. I get a mom fac. I don't know if that would help me today, but I'll definitely take it. Still going through comments. Oh, Tammy. Hey, hun, you've got to go back and watch this video. I was at the right place at the right time, thanks to God today. Let me tell you. Run like a cat. I don't know if I was running like a cat. It was more looking like a Oompa Loompa, I'm sure. Elderly people. Yes. Practicing drills at different emergency situations. This is true. And this is where I'm begging people to get your basic skills for a plethora of different situations. You just don't know what is going to happen, where you're going to be, and what you need to do or be involved in. It just happens. Fairy Dust says, practice at home of who's going to do an action. This is actually a very good point. If you have other people at home, you definitely want to sit down. If something were to happen in your home, you want to make sure everyone knows their part for whatever the situation may be. Have a playbook. It definitely doesn't hurt to have a playbook, whether it be tornadoes or grid down or a medical emergency. Right down to, I hate to say this, but you have people out there, women out there that are pregnant, and what if they go into labor and they can't get to the hospital in time? These are situations that could happen, and you may be in that situation, and you need to know how to handle it. Tammy, you missed the first part. I'm going to make you go back and watch it, but I walked into a medical emergency at Wal-Mart today, and it was quite interesting from start to finish. I don't like Wal-Mart, and God put me there for a reason today. How long did it take the squad to get there? Too long. It took too long. It was, I would say, at least 10 minutes. And where I live, that seemed to be an incredibly long time, especially for the location that I was at. They should have been there quicker. I know with the location of the Walmart that I was at, that they are parked in different areas, and we have numerous different EMTs. Unless there was just a huge amount of people because of the heat falling out all over the city, which, I mean, could have been. I think they were too long. It was quite a while. I actually said something like that to the manager that came outside and brought me some water while I was waiting. So that tells you roughly how long it was. the manager brought me water waiting for the EMT. That to me was just not okay. I really hope they had a very good reason. Ilea, I actually am not, I haven't heard that, but I will look into it. And I've not heard that though. But if you have information, send it to me. But I wouldn't doubt it. Everyone else has gotten it. Virginia Bushcrafter, hey. Thank you for coming in here. I appreciate it. Let's see. Who else? Who else am I missing? Ilea, never had a lot of energy. You could have fooled me because your videos, you are like an Energizer bunny. You are just go, go, go. And even talking to you today, you are constantly on the go, even in the heat that you have there. So I disagree. I think you're an Energizer bunny in disguise. Oh, can I get a copy of the CCTV? That would be really cool. That'd be cool. I don't think they'll give it to me, but that would be awesome to be able to show how everyone kind of was not very aware of how to do things. So fairy dust, I think the point of not cold water with heat exhaustion, cold water is okay. With heat stroke, cold water is not okay. There's a huge difference between the two. You don't want to put the body into shock when they've gone so far as heat stroke. So you try to bring their body temperature down in other ways than to just throw them into cooling down, because you're to that point where you just want a slow cool down, but still a cool down, not throw them into shock. Let me see. I think I'm almost caught up. Yep, call an EMT with heat stroke. Yeah, don't play around with it. Heat exhaustion, you can deal with it, but heat stroke, don't play around with it. Make a playbook. Ilea, you burn the oil in your pan. I need you to make a playbook on what everyone is going to do if there's a fire in your pan, and have everyone have their part. Don't put water on your oil. Baking soda. Or fire extinguisher, of course. Let me see. Huh. He tested positive, huh? I did not know that. That is very interesting. Coffee. Yes. Yep. If it weren't for my coffee, I would not talk to anyone through the entire day. Nobody talks to me until I have my first cup of coffee, because I am not a morning person at all. There we go. I think I'm all caught up. So, as I started off letting you guys know, I'm going to put this video together here soon. Hopefully I'll get it out by next Wednesday, but I have to do some really awesome editing skills since my recording cut off, and it was pool halfway empty to pool full and nothing in between. So hopefully I'll get this done and I can show y'all how to do the raised bed baby pool gardens, which I absolutely love because they can keep the moisture in, keep the weeds out, lift it up off the ground, and keep it in a nice little contained area. So I'll be working on that, and hopefully get that done in the next couple days. It's kind of hard to get some videos out with working a full schedule. If you want to learn more medical skills on some basic information, Vision Preparedness is working on his website to teach online classes. He's just having some issues with his web creator to get things done. So once he gets that up and running, if you cannot get out and you would prefer to take online classes, he is going to have his website going here hopefully very soon. You are more than welcome to reach out to him and find out when those classes will be and how to get a hold of him to attend them if you would like. He also has a YouTube page, which Vision, if you could please drop your link for me. He does give some information here and there on how to handle certain medical things and medical situations and what medical devices to use in certain circumstances. So you can get some tips and tricks through his videos that he has. Vision, I think you need to fire your developer because he's very, very slow in creating your website. And then next Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern, I believe it is, Ilea. I'm going to be on Ilea's YouTube channel, which if someone could also drop her link. She has a YouTube page called The Survival Games, and she asks a lot of like prepper / survival / situation questions that are quite either very basic questions or some top notch, like if zombies were running after you kind of questions. And it's a lot of fun to kind of test your knowledge on things that are out there. Vision, whose channel? Oh, that's yours. Okay. And then if someone could drop Ilea's for me. But Ilea's channel is a lot of fun to test your knowledge and test your skills. And she's just a great person all around, super high energy and super friendly. So I'll be on her channel on Saturday, which I am really looking forward to. It was kind of a last minute fill in for her to help her out, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So check her channel out. Let me see what else. And then next Thursday, I believe it's the 28th, I'm going to be a guest on another channel, but I am not going to tell you who yet. I'm going to wait until closer to, and I'll probably do a pop-up quick video sometime in the middle of the week. But he is one of my favorite channels because he's a no BS kind of person that tells you how it is and doesn't care if you don't like his potty mouth. So he's a lot of fun though, and he's got a good heart, and he's got a lot of good information, a lot of good skills and training. And you probably know who it is just based on that description, but if not, you will find out soon enough. And I think that's all I have planned coming up, other than, of course, after this live, I will be at Vision Preparedness, which it's been such a long day. He told me what his video was about today, and I've already forgot because I have cooked myself and my phone in the sun and ran a marathon today. So, community. Community. He's doing a video about building community, which is very important right now, but he'll go into some more details and some more information on how to build in a community and build a community and the importance of building a community. So definitely check him out if you guys are going to be up for a while. It's very important, and we can hopefully try to build this community together and teach each other and help each other and support each other, because we all have skills that can help each other. So we'll go from there. But do we have any questions while I am here? I have about 15, maybe 20 minutes before Vision. I have to jump over to Vision's channel. But if you have any questions, I'm so grateful for you all to be here with me. And I'm glad that I got to share my day with you because it has been a very crazy day. But I'm glad that I'm still able to keep my wits about me when it comes to um, emergencies, and that I'm still able to run when I have to, because that is probably another thing I don't really care to do is run. My old knees just don't like running. Yes, EMS did take the woman. Yep. Yep. They ended up putting her on a stretcher and started doing all the tapings and everything to start IVs and get all the monitors and such on her. They did take her away. The manager is going to do some reports when she comes back and is supposed to reach out to me so that I can add to do a witness statement or a report to add to her file if need be. So hopefully I can help this woman since she was at work. Hopefully workman's comp will take care of her while she's out of work, because being out of work for even a few days for a lot of people and not getting paid is not easy. It's not easy. A lot of people wouldn't be able to do it. And I don't believe that, and I could be wrong, but I don't believe Walmart has like emergency pay for their people. So the woman had just come back from break as well. I did find that out as well. So I'm glad. And I know this sounds terrible, but if this were to happen, I'm glad this happened while she was on the clock and not on her break. Because if this would have happened on her break, her job could have very well said they're not going to help her. They're not going to cover anything. But she had just come back from her break. And so hopefully her employer will be held responsible for not rotating her when they were supposed to and not keeping it at a healthy temperature where she was, or check on her, or at least have two people out there together to, watch each other. So they're responsible for this woman, and I'm grateful for that, because they need to take better care of their people. They really do. And no matter where you are, even if you own your own little tiny business, take care of your people. If you take care of your people, they will take care of you. And lead by example. It's another thing. Let's see. Yep. They took her away. 10 tons of thank yous from staff, which wasn't necessary. Like I said, I only did what anyone would do if they had the same skills. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add. Watch out for my video of with Ilea, and share this video if y'all can. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, please hit that thumbs up to get this video out, to get some information out to people in case they run into some sort of emergency that they weren't aware of, and they just walked right up to it to ask it where to find something. I hope, Vision, that you are wrong in that statement. I really do. Sadly, you're probably not, because a lot of people are more wanting to pull out their cell phones and show a situation than get involved and try to help. And that's kind of what's wrong with the world today. They'd rather have views of somebody else going through something than put everything down and help. I mean, I literally forgot I had a phone when this happened, which is probably the one time I should have remembered I had a phone, but that wasn't my top priority at all. I was thinking landline, somebody call on the landline. Yeah, people need to step up and help more often. Don't worry about going viral, because somebody getting hurt or somebody losing their life is not worth you going viral for a year or two or at all a week. That's not worth it. That cost is not okay. So definitely get your training if you can. If you can't, get some videos in under your belt. Learn some things, just basic skills, even just burns or like oil fires in your pan or heat stroke, seizures, diabetes. If somebody's sugar drops, they don't actually even have to have diabetes. They could be hypoglycemic and their sugar drop. You need to be aware of these symptoms that they may not be aware are happening themselves so that you can assist. If you have family, if you have loved ones in your home, make sure that you have a list of their medical conditions or things that they are allergic to. My husband actually has that in his phone at all times, everything that I'm allergic to and all of my health conditions, so that if I ever can't answer a question, he can answer for me. These are all very good things to do within the home. If you don't want to keep it in your phone, keep a hard copy, because maybe your phone overheats in the sun and stops working and you need that hard copy. So, yep, glucose. But sometimes you don't have to go as far as glucose. Sometimes you just need a Snickers bar or a Pop-Tart. Just saying. Yes, EpiPen. And you should definitely have EpiPens. If you are allergic to, like, for instance, bee stings, keep that in your kit. And from what I understand, they're very hard to find. I don't know if that's still the case, if they're still hard to get a hold of or extremely expensive. But definitely keep those in a little emergency kit, like Vision said, in a mom fac. So a mom fac, for those of you that don't know, is a mom's first aid kit. So it's got the basic things that a mom would need in a emergency with their child, or even just a splinter, like, needing tweezers, because that is the mom's go-to tool in a first aid kit to get splinters or pebbles out of a nose or Legos out of an ear. Yes, with a flashlight. Strawberries. You're allergic to strawberries. That is terrible. I don't think I would like that at all. So is your reaction equivalent to someone that is like allergic to peanuts, where you can't even touch the strawberry, or is it just ingesting them? That'd be terrible. I would be so upset if I was allergic to any fruit, well, really any food, because I love my food. This girl can put down some food even though she's teeny tiny. Break out in hives. That sucks. That sucks. So, do you carry Benadryl around with you just in case? Because I definitely have Benadryl with me at all times. But my hives are usually stress related, not so much reaction. Okay. Yep, definitely get your first aid kits together. Find out what in your family, what their allergies are and their medical conditions. Find out who their emergency contacts are outside of you, people that you may need to contact. If you have close friends, that's probably good to, if they're willing to share, to know some of those things too, their medical conditions. We actually have some friends that we are aware of their medical conditions and are very aware of when those symptoms start showing so that we can assist them, which my husband and I have had to do quite a few times at work. It just happens. But have a list, check it twice, make sure you update it. And Make sure you guys stay hydrated right now. Not just water, electrolytes. Electrolytes are so important. You can drink all the water in the world and still not be hydrated because your electrolytes are low. And electrolytes, when your electrolytes are low, I can tell you from experience, when my electrolytes are low, I can tell, because one of my first symptoms of my electrolytes being low is chest pain. If I start having chest pain, I know that I need to increase my Powerade or my Propel or my Gatorade a lot, because I have a tendency to drop electrolytes quickly. Even though I don't actually sweat a whole lot when I'm outside. But for some reason, I burn through my electrolytes very, very quickly. And make sure you're getting those electrolytes, not just water. Water is good, but you have to have electrolytes as well. All right, Vision, I will be over there in a minute. If you still have your link copied, can you paste it one more time for me, please? I would very much appreciate it if you're still in here. All right, guys, so we are at the 9:22 mark, and Vision is going to do his live about community. It's going to be a really good discussion about building community and how important it is, and some tips on how to build a community. And please jump over there and support him, and get some information so you can start building your own community wherever you might be, or start building it online, because community is one of the most important things that we are going to need to get through the struggles ahead, to help each other, to teach each other, to support each other, and really just keep each other's spirits up, if nothing else, to chat with each other and keep each other laughing and joking. It's very important. So jump over there. I'd appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Please share my video if you haven't subscribed. Please subscribe if you want to. If not, I'm okay with that. Just come hang out with me and don't subscribe. I'm totally fine with that. So I want to thank you all for joining, and I'm going to jump over to Vision Preparedness, and I want to thank you guys very much, and have a good night.